Hi there. Today I would like to talk about our feelings of shame. What's so important for us to uncover these feelings, examine and change them. Shame is a feeling that a person is at their core wrong, bad, or unworthy. When we experience shame, we live in constant fear of being rejected. So we build these avoiding strategies with others in order to escape from our own pain. Unfortunately, if shame is left untreated, it leads us into behaviors that invite even greater shame. Needless to say, shame has a huge impact on our life, on our relationships, on many levels, in many areas in our life. For example, people who experience shame have difficulties being honest in their interpersonal relationships. Also, they feel lonely, they feel isolated. They can become abusive or they get very easily into abusive relationship. Also, they may engage into self-harming behaviors like self-cutting or binge eating. They Some people try to overcome these feelings of shame through addictions like drug addiction, alcoholism, or compulsive behaviors like shopping, gambling, binge watching Netflix, or staying on social media for hours. And these are all unhealthy behaviors, unhealthy ways to cope with our feelings. Some people honestly are aware of these feelings uh, of shame, but they're very scared to get help because they feel that other people will judge them, or the people who they seek help from will discover that their shame is well deserved. So don't forget, shame is closely linked to feelings of unworthiness and low self-esteem. So they are scared, that people will ultimately reject them, and they don't want to bring these feelings on the surface and share them with others. So other people, on the other hand, are not even conscious about these feelings, that they have feelings of shame. I work with a client who came to me because she had intimacy problems with her husband. The moment he would approach her to have sex with her, she started having panic attacks. And when we work with her, we went deep into her childhood, all the patterns, and nothing came out. So finally, I had to do very deep technique to go into her unconscious mind, and what we found out was absolutely mind-blowing. She was raped when she was 9. She didn't say to nobody about this incident, not her parents, not a teacher, not a soul. So what happened, her psyche tried to protect her because this was such a horrible traumatic experience, so that often our psyche develops this coping mechanism or defense mechanism to protect us so we can survive. And her was by blocking this memory. So actually she blocked all memory before 10. And before I started being involved with psychology and seeing clients, I always, was surprised when somebody would tell me, "Oh, I cannot remember nothing before 6, or I can remember nothing before 10." But yes, this happens many times if something so horrible happened to us in our childhood that we block this memory. So, however, we work with her, and I'm super happy to report that her marriage now is blossoming. Her panic attacks stopped. She's doing so much better because we were able to uncover this feeling, work with it, and transform it. So I'm gonna give you quickly a couple of steps that you guys can have to help yourself if you have these feelings of shame. The first one is to recognize the symptoms of shame, recognize these emotions, recognize the feelings, identify them, don't deny them. Second is really reach out and share your story, give it a voice. The moment you do this, the power of this feeling of this shame will the power over you will be reduced tremendously, because don't forget, shame, its power is derived from being secret. So when it's in secrecy, then this feeling has tremendous power over you, over your present life, over your relationships. So share with a trusted friend, work with a therapist, uncover this feeling, and bring it on the surface. Share with somebody. The third step is, stop criticizing yourself, stop blaming yourself. Change this with self-compassion. Realize that this is what happened to you. Maybe you were molested as a child, maybe you were raped like my client, or maybe you did something that you're ashamed of. So accept this happened, this was part of your soul, these are the lessons you needed to learn, this is part of your growing, and forgive yourself. Have self-compassion. So I had a client, another client, she's 47, who came to me because she was married for 20 years, and she had an affair. She had an affair with her co-worker, and she started crying. The first session, she cries and cries. She couldn't even talk because this was embedded so deep inside her soul, this feeling of shame. This happened years ago, not recently, but she didn't say this to anybody again. So this was eating her up from inside. She told me, oh, I'm pretending. I'm such an imposter. I pretend everything is good. My marriage is great. It's not great. I had this affair. So wow, we had to work super deep with her as well, but she achieved emotional release of this feeling, and she was able to move past, this feeling of shame, to remorse, and ultimately to self-forgiveness. And this is the process. It takes time, but it's so worth it, because you guys have a choice. You can be in the victim role, and say, oh my God, this happened to me, or I did this, I'm helpless. That's it. When a person comes to me and say, I'm helpless, I can do nothing about it, I'm stuck in this bad relationship, I attract these unfavorable situations in my life, I have this in my work, my boss is horrible, I know for sure this person is in the victim role. So get out of this role, guys, and you can help yourself uncover these feelings, examine them, examine also your beliefs about them, about the situation, forgive yourself, stop criticizing yourself, stop putting yourself down. Instead, see what's more realistic, that you learn something from this situation, there were some benefits for you, and also start developing new beliefs that are more empowering and bring you a stronger sense of yourself and hope in your life. So I hope this video helped a little bit, so how you can work with these feelings of shame. Please share this video with your friends and relatives. Many people are stuck and they don't know how to get out of this feeling, and they become aggressive, they attract really abusive partners, they are stuck in bad relationships, they cannot improve in life, and they're thinking, why I'm so stuck. This is one of the reasons why, if you have these feelings and you deny them. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Take care. I'll see you soon.